Welcome to the Weeb Lounge, guys. This is going to be a love and hate review about a series that is fairly recent, and that is Jashin-chan Dropkick, or Dropkick on My Devil, an anime that seems to make an art form out of breaking the fourth wall. Now, this show is another one of those slapstick comedies that, for whatever reason, I tend to very much enjoy. And then this one, I very much enjoy. But this show takes a really unique spin on just about everything. They break the fourth wall constantly, even, talking to the audience directly or saying, oh, there wasn't any Dropkick this episode, so we're going to have to rename the title of the show, and talking about the manga and other anime, and they always have these parodies, and it's a great show in that respect, but they do it very unique. The entire cast, with the exception of Yurine, the main protagonist, who is human, everyone else is either an angel or a demon. And they have to coexist, and there's an awful lot of gore. Especially with Jashin-chan. All right, Yurine. It is the dark pink reddish hair pigtail girl who wears the eye patch, even though she doesn't need to. She just wears it for fashion, I guess, and dresses as basically a gothic Lolita. This character is like the straight man, I guess you could say. She doesn't really break much emotional character. She's really flat in her emotions. But, well, when it comes to her sadistic side, she's all too happy to just, show how evil she could be if she wants. And many of the angels refer to her as the witch. And for being a human, apparently she's incredibly powerful. So basically it all starts, she's sitting in an apartment. She has a nice little apartment in a nice little area of town. There's nothing special about this apartment. Nothing. It's a normal apartment. Normal, nice little apartment. But she's into some goofy stuff. You have no idea where she works, what she does. Her hobbies are basically dressing as a gothic Lolita and apparently summoning demons. She gets bored one day, goes to a bookstore, finds a book on demon summoning, and thinks, well, I'll give this a try. It works. She summons Jashin-chan. And why does she summon Jashin-chan? When she shows up, there's like, why did you summon me? What is your bidding? What is it that you want? And everything. She's like, oh, I just want to see if it worked. Yeah, okay. You summon a demon from the depths of hell into your living room because you just kind of felt like trying it. That's what happens. Now, the thing is, Jashin-chan, she can't go back to the demon world now. Okay, she's summoned. And the only way for her to go back is if Yurine sends her back using the unsummon spell, I guess, which she doesn't know. She has no idea. It's like in volume 2 of the book. She only has volume 1. She doesn't have volume 2. Sorry. Or Jashin-chan has to kill Yurine, which she always tries to do with a dropkick, hence the title of the anime. Not always with the dropkick. She tries to get a little devious and make all these plots and silly things out that always fall on their face, but it usually ends up with Jashin-chan trying to do a dropkick or whatever mischievous plan it is, Yurine having the perception of God's foresight. She's like immune to any of this. You ain't gonna hurt her, okay? Well, Jashin-chan too. She ain't the brightest thing in the world. She's kind of dumb, actually. She's dumb. She's an idiot. Yeah. Yurine basically is immune to her attacks and everything, but she tries to keep Jashin-chan in check by punishing her, and the punishments can be gruesome. We are talking like chopping Jashin-chan's tail off and serving it as snake sashimi or something like that. Crucifying her, burning her to a crisp, squashing her under like 100 tons of something. Any kind of torture, dismemberment, or anything, Yurine is more than happy, seemingly pleasured in torturing Jashin-chan, but only does it when Jashin-chan gets out of line, which is very often because, she's the devil. She's trying to be devilistic. She's mean, and kind of uncaring. Yeah. Her character evolves over time, Jocelyn, whereas Yurine kind of stays the same, and everybody perceives Yurine as like this godly powered witch devil girl that is immortal and infinitely powerful because of just what she can do to Jocelyn, and everybody's scared to death of her, kinda. But Yurine is actually pretty wholehearted. She can easily make friends with all the other characters, which include Minos. Minos is, now, before I get to that, all the other devils, since they weren't summoned, can kind of travel to and from, hell or wherever, the netherworld, whatever it is, freely. They can come and go as they like. And the same thing goes with the angels, as long as they still have their halo. I get to that. Minos, one of the first characters I want to introduce, is basically a minotaur. Female minotaur, so more like a cow. She's a busty girl with horns, wears a shirt that says 100% beef, but does not have any qualms about eating beef. She'll eat steak all damn day. It doesn't bother her one bit. It's a non-issue for her. And this is actually kind of one of my favorite characters, because yes, I like the tomboy characters or whatever, and she kind of fits the bill. She's incredibly athletic. She is super strong, super fast. She's always like hauling a cart around. She'll work these part-time jobs in the human world to get money and stuff or whatever. And she's always pushing this cart around, and it's kind of a trope to go with the cow thing, I guess. But, if she wanted to go from one town to the other, she can just grab the cart, run her ass off, and be in the other town within minutes. I mean, she's fast. Really fast, really strong. Really cool character that sadly doesn't seem to get enough screen time, in my opinion. And then you have Medusa. Medusa is Jocelyn-chan's childhood best friend, and she is abused all to hell. She's Jocelyn-chan's ATM, all the money, all-time Medusa. There's something like that or whatever. It's like her name acronym comes out to ATM, something like that. And Jocelyn abuses her. Medusa's incredibly rich, okay, but she doesn't have like this snake head thing that everybody thinks that Medusa should have. Instead, she's actually incredibly pretty, incredibly cute. And her overwhelming cuteness is actually what turns people to stone. So when she's out shopping or doing just whatever out in public, she actually wears a paper bag over her head so she can interact. it's Medusa with paper bag over her head. Now she's harmless. Oh my God. So I guess that's one easy way to solve that the whole turning into stone issue. But she and her parents, that family's incredibly rich, and Jocelyn takes advantage of this. Why? Because she always needs money. Jocelyn has a gambling habit. She's hitting these pachinko parlors all the time. Yurine will, for whatever reason, trust Jocelyn with like some grocery money. She'll take the grocery money and instead of getting groceries, hit the pachinko parlor, lose most of it, and then have 500 yen left, $5 or whatever to go feed everybody. It doesn't work out. That's why she keeps getting punished over and over. I mean, that's one of the things. She's I don't know. And then there's probably my second favorite character, and that is Pekkala. Pekkala is actually a fallen angel. They never really explain how she becomes this. If an angel comes down to Earth and they lose their halo, it gets broken or whatever, then they're considered a fallen angel and they're kind of abandoned to Earth. The problem is, it seems like these halos can break. A swift breeze, a wet fart will break these halos. They are fragile as all hell. So you have Pekkala, who comes across as this poor, depraved girl starving on the streets of Tokyo or whatever city it is that they're in, and it's just pathetic, absolutely pathetic. And she doesn't want the help of the demons because she's an angel. They're not supposed to mix those two, right? Arch enemies and stuff. Eventually, Pekkala kind of starts to embrace the fact that these people aren't just demons; they're her friends. But she still lives in a cardboard box in the park, eating breadcrumbs and taking on all of these really odd, just part-time jobs to get paid. But since everybody thinks she's like a foreigner, so she gets paid under the table, these really low wages. So she has to work like 18 part-time jobs just to afford a loaf of bread or something. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic, but it's one of those things where it goes to such a degree that you start to have pity on them. And I don't know. I just end up liking the Pekala character. And in a way, it's pity cute. Pity cute. Is that a thing? Pity cute? It's anime. It's got to be a thing. I know it is. Then you have Poporon. Poporon is another angel that came down to hunt down Pekala, and then she loses her halo and then ends up in the same predicament, but does a lot better than Pekala because Poporon just somehow becomes a music idol, and that's that. Yeah. And then you have May, the policewoman, who... She's a policewoman and has absolutely no problem abducting anything that's cute and taking it home and adding it to her collection or whatever. She doesn't think there's anything wrong with that. No, just abducting cute things, it's fine. And for whatever reason, she thinks that Jashin-chan is like the cutest thing ever, so she has this tsundere kind of attitude toward, not tsundere, yandere, that's a better word for it, towards, attitude towards Jashin-chan, and yeah, this character is messed in the head, okay? She ends up becoming just kind of like a running joke later on after they introduce her, but yeah, this character is not all there. But overall, that's what I really like about this series, because you take angels and demons, you mix them together, lots of gore and violence, lots of crazy fourth wall breaking comedy slapstick, and it just works. It's great. Jashin-chan ends up becoming a really good cook. Okay, you didn't really think that coming, but she's always like baking stuff. Jashin-chan and Yurine actually kind of sort of end up becoming really good friends, even though summoned and trapped and stuff and disemboweled, dismembered every other day. Jashin-chan can heal really quick, so that's a thing. But overall, this series is absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I love it. Season 2 just aired not long ago, and I've watched everything. I love it. I'm sure Season 3's got to be on the way. And with that, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. I got more videos coming. Iruma-kun is definitely going to be one of them. Probably the next one I do after this. Because more demons. That's why.